Strap yourself in, because it's all about E3 this week. In spite of not having a live presentation, Nintendo still managed to steal the show with a slew of cool new game announcements. Starting with Super Smash Bros., we got 3 new character reveals. The Goddess Palutena was announced as a playable character, along with the classic Pac-Man and your own Mii Fighter. Your Mii Fighter will not only be visually customizable, but you'll be able to select one of 3 movesets for it to use. The 3DS version of the game will be out on October 3rd, and the Wii U version will hit shelves this winter. And while Nintendo promised they weren't making a Mario game at the moment, they didn't say anything about letting other people make one. Finally realizing what Little Big Planet was really made for, Nintendo has come up with Mario Maker. This level creation toolkit will allow the creative types out there to build their own Mario game. God help us all when the modding community gets a hold of this. And while not technically a Mario game, Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker does look like a fun little puzzle platformer. But hey, it's not just family-friendly Mario fare at Nintendo. Bayonetta 2 was shown off in all its over-the-top action glory. Not only will the game be a Wii U exclusive, complete with Nintendo-themed alternate costumes, but the original game will be included on the disc as well. More details on Hyrule Warriors was also shown, with the reveal that Zelda and Midna will be available as playable characters. Of course, what we really want is information on the brand new Zelda game. At the moment, the only thing we know about the game is that it'll feature a huge, vast land, Skyrim-like, and holy crap! And since Nintendo constantly faces criticism for being dependent on their old franchises, naturally people were upset that they spent so much time talking about Splatoon, but had little to say about the new Star Fox. But hey, it wasn't just Nintendo showing off their stuff at E3, here are the rest of the games that mattered. To me, anyway. Alien Isolation is the next attempt at an Alien game after the disaster that was Colonial Marines. This time around, it looks like we're getting a more horror-based game rather than a xenomorph shooting bonanza. Cross your fingers and hope you don't get fooled again. Batman is gearing up to take on the Arkham Knight in the last of the Rocksteady Batman games. Of course, the Batmobile will feature heavily in the game, and the Arkham Knight has even been kind enough to fill the city with unmanned drones for Batman to use his heavy weapons on. Counter-Spy is a cool-looking stylized stealth game. Oh sure, Metal Gear Solid might have horses that poop in real time, but this looks, well, fun. Defenders of Time is a tower defense game that'll doubtlessly suck up hours of my life once released. The big feature here is its multiplayer gameplay. Up to 8 players will be able to build on a single map to defend time against a bunch of cool, glowing monsters. The Division impressed with an awesome trailer and some new gameplay footage. It's hard to say how good the game will eventually be, but it's definitely one to keep your eye on. The Evil Within might just be the horror game that I've been craving since Capcom gave up on the concept. Forget zombies. Ever been attacked by a madman with barbed wire wrapped around his head? For you Halo fans out there, the Master Chief Collection will pack every Halo game into a single glorious package. That's 45 campaign missions and more than 100 multiplayer maps, each running in their own original game engines. Hunt, Horrors of the Gilded Age, will be a free-to-play multiplayer monster hunting game. The gameplay video looks a little rough, but its randomly generated levels and cool artistic style make this game one to keep an eye on. Mortal Kombat X looks gloriously violent. Over the course of 10 games, they've certainly gotten a better grasp of human anatomy. Gone are the days of humans with 5 arms and legs. On the story side, it looks like there's a bit more time travel going on. If you've ever shipped Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade, then this game features their daughter, Cassie Cage. But that's enough of the grim and gritty for a while. Let's take a look at No Man's Sky, which lets players explore strange new worlds and shoot other starships around them. The actual mechanics of this game aren't exactly clear, but it sure is pretty. Finally, we have Sonic Boom: Rise of Lyric. The Wii U game looks like it has fun running sections and kinda lame combat sections, because that worked out so well for Sonic Unleashed. Meanwhile, the 3DS version, Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal, looks a little more like a traditional Sonic game, and I'm kinda digging the laser whip thing. That's about it for me. For this week's video, I'm just putting up the entire Nintendo Direct, because it's worth watching. So what was your favorite game of E3? Be sure to let me know in the comments, maybe like and subscribe, share this video with your friends, and have a great week.